On April 9th, U.S. President Donald Trump decided to temporarily suspend part of the retaliatory tariffs aimed at U.S. trading partners. Instead of applying retaliatory tariffs starting on April 9th, the U.S. will delay their implementation for 90 days to allow space for negotiations to reduce trade barriers. During this period, U.S. trading partners will face a uniform tariff rate of 10%. The base 10% tariff on trading partners from April 5th will still be effective for the next 90 days. However, the U.S. will increase tariffs on Chinese goods to 125%. Based on the disrespect that China has shown toward the global market, I will raise the tariffs that the U.S. applies to China to 125%, effective immediately, Trump announced. Additionally, the 25% tariffs on steel, aluminum, effective from March, and automobiles, effective from April 3rd, will remain in effect. The 25% tariff on automotive parts will take effect from May 3rd. After Trump's decision to suspend the tariffs, global markets experienced a surge. The U.S. S&P 500 index rose by 9.5%. Nasdaq gained over 12.2%, marking its strongest increase since 2001. Oil prices rose more than 4% from their lowest point in 4 years. Speaking about the decision to delay the tariffs, Trump said, "I've thought a lot about this in recent days. I've worked with the Secretary of the Treasury, the Secretary of Commerce, and several other professionals. We don't want to harm countries that don't deserve to be harmed. They all want to negotiate." The White House occupant added, "In fact, everyone wants to reach an agreement. We want to do what's right for our country, and we also want to do what's right for the world." Reactions from U.S. and international officials. White House officials and Republican allies of President Trump quickly affirmed that the move to delay the retaliatory tariffs was part of his negotiation strategy. Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, commented, "President Trump's overall strategy, bold leadership, and excellent tactical plan have done more to reform the broken international trade system in just a few days than anyone has done in decades." House Speaker Mike Johnson also remarked, "President Trump has created an advantage, bringing many countries to the negotiating table." Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney praised Trump's decision. "The suspension of retaliatory tariffs is a welcome delay for the global economy." A spokesperson for the UK government stated that the UK would remain calm and composed in continuing trade negotiations with the US following Trump's suspension of the retaliatory tariffs. "A trade war benefits no one. We do not want any tariffs, so for the sake of jobs and livelihoods across the UK, we will continue negotiating calmly and composedly," the spokesperson said. Meanwhile, analysts have expressed concerns about the potential impact of the tariff tensions between the U.S. and China, the two largest economies in the world. Joe Brusuelas, chief economist at consulting firm RSM US, warned that changes in tariff policy might not be sufficient to prevent a recession. In a note to clients, economists at Goldman Sachs also predicted a 45% chance of a U.S. recession within the next 12 months. WTO Director-General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala stated that the trade war between the U.S. and China could reduce trade in goods between the two countries by 80%, severely impacting global economic prospects. She called on all WTO members to address this challenge through cooperation and dialogue.